This is the 5th year for the Dragon Boat Festival, and it's grown in leaps and bounds this year because last year they had 65 teams entered, and this year there is going to be 105 teams. So it's almost doubled.
Okay, so you're reaching out to the side, and you're pulling water. Try to paddle together, okay? The key is really to be in unison because that gives you the most power.
So what happens is the teams, once they have registered with the festival, they call us and they set up their team practices. They're allowed 2 sessions prior to the festival, and we have different time slots in the evening that they can come down with their team and practice. It's quite an experience when you have someone who's new that has never steered a dragon boat before, because usually they end up just doing circles around circles. And you know, you're trying your best to try to teach them how to go straight, but it doesn't always work. And sometimes we just have to, you know, switch up the person. The boats that we use in this year's Dragon Boat Festival are all about 39 feet long. They're a fiberglass shell. They're bigger boats than the Hong Kong style boats. These are considered North American boats. They're built a little bit wider, a little bit longer in comparison to the Hong Kong boat because they fit the North American body. The course this year is 500 meters long. We actually shortened the course this year, so we're hoping that it doesn't scare off as many people, being a 500-meter course.
Bob, please, Lee and Gord and Tim. Right here. Lee, Gord, and Tim. On the right. On the right now.
Hang here for a minute. We have to do one right here.
I don't know what you got. I'm 6.
I'm usually 4. I'm usually 5.
Team consists of 10 sighted people and 10 visually impaired. Okay, what we try to do is get the people visually impaired to get a feeling for the water, feeling for the boat. And with the counting system, it helps, but often some of the visually impaired can feel the motion of the boat and feel when to put the stroke in, which is good. And some have a harder time adjusting to that. But a lot of them do adjust quite nicely and catch, which is the important part of the stroke. First put the blade in the water.
You're right next to Tracy. Tracy's on the left here.
So you're on the right.
Are you a right-hand man? You're a right-hander? Okay. You want me to help you get into the boat? The dragon boat's right? Okay, you can just kick it with your foot. You'll get okay. That's the spare one? Yeah, so you're just getting in behind Tracy. And then once you get in, you just step over. And there's that center section there, the center wood, center beam, okay? There's room for no, just going ahead of it. No, the next seat up ahead. I'm sorry, just the next one ahead.
So we had a lot of fun last year. We placed 13 out of 16 teams. So I thought that was quite remarkable. I had no idea how we do because you don't see the other teams racing. And, so I was quite surprised, and the team was quite happy. Hold up! Take it away! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
At first, I was kind of mystified because I didn't think that, you know, that many would be interested. I thought it would be personally fun, but I didn't think too many other people would be interested. But what I've discovered is that when you're given this diagnosis, you're not only your perception is you're limited by time, and you're also physically limited. You can't do a lot of things, and so there's that it's an act of triumph that's so magical for these women because it's a challenge. It's a real physical challenge for a lot of these women. They've never done anything physical in their lives before, let alone a team activity. And it's just an act of triumph.
Here's our article from the Citizen.
Are there any obstacles?
Dragon ladies. That's my elbow.
it's quite a common problem is with the surgery. They get to lymphedema in the affected arm, in the affected side. And that can be an enormous problem because the arm swells up. And one of the things you're told not to do when you have breast surgery is you mustn't do anything with your affected side. You mustn't, do anything heavy physical work or anything like that, or you have to be careful of that arm. So, again, when you're dragon boat paddling, you're using that arm very vigorously, and it's sort of saying, it's a thumb your nose act.
So let's take off, do a nice, just steady paddle till I catch up. Oh.
The little details, we're just working on them one by one, right?
Oh, these logistics. You guys push off back here on the inside. You want to pull that in? Okay, we'll meet you out there in a minute, ladies. Just straight up the river, nice and steady warm up, okay?
I mean, we just thought it would be fun. It had nothing to do with, there wasn't any overt intent to make it an awareness thing, but it has turned out to be that, and that's great.
Paddling in our dragon boat, we put tough times far behind us. Now our spirits are afloat. Rest, care, and healthy living are the goals that we promote as busting out paddle strong.
Nice and long and strong. We're going for 3 minutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
As busting out paddle strong. Singing it loud and clear that we are here.
Keep paddling steady. We won't stop till we get around to
Here's another brave and bold.
That's what you're
As
doing.
busting out paddle strong.
Now, pay attention to what you're doing. You're doing your own stroke rate.
Wind and rain and sunny weather, they'll blow and blow forever. As busting out paddle strong.
These guys look so good.
Amazing. Glory, glory, nothing phasing. Your melody makes the sea is blazing. As busting out paddle strong.
The funny thing is, we started out as being fun, but now we want to win really badly.
today we're in the middle of the event actually, and as my Vice Chair Mike Chambers told me a day ago, he says we're about to say goodbye to the planning, and no matter how good or bad the planning was, our event is on the doorsteps.
I was brought into the festival when the festival first began 5 years ago, as I was at that time Commodore of the Rideau Canoe Club, where the festival takes place. And the festival had a lot of people who were very interested in putting on an event, but they didn't have anyone who was expert in the area of canoe racing or dragon boat racing. So they brought me into the fold to see if I could help out in that way. And as it turns out, through happenstance, I've become vice chair of the festival. But my main responsibility on race day is to be responsible for the races themselves, to see that they run on time, that protests are dealt with fairly, and that those who are the winners of the various races are recipients of the trophies that they're entitled to for winning, having won their particular area or group.
These boats, they're here now for 10 days, but they've been in Toronto for 10 days before. They travel all across Canada, and there are dragon boat festivals that happen all across Canada. Dragon boat racing is actually a very interesting undertaking. It is basically started off as a rescue boat, and so it's quite logical then that it would come in and start develop a charitable attitude in its programming. And so that's what it did this year. For the first time, the National Capital Dragon Boat Race has been operating for 5 years and has decided to give back to the community this year. And they're doing that by having the CNIB and Friends in Sport Fishing operate a pledge event, with their paddlers and with their registered teams.
The Dragon Boat Festival organizers have decided this year to get together with Friends in Sport Fishing and the CNIB and include a very important community aspect to the festival. It's a fantastic team sport. Doesn't matter if you have a few stars, the team that wins is the team that's most in sync. That's the team that wins. It's a true team sport.